There we go. All right. Now, see if I can get on here. The mute button. Channel. All right, there we go. 8 people watching. Probably won't do very well tonight. I've not done a Sunday night live in a while, actually. 21 people, not too bad. Tim Fuller. Tim retired with Wood. Tim Fuller. That's the only way I'm going to get Tim to talk to me is do a live, I guess. I'll tell you what, Tim. I thought you were retired there, pal. Ain't seen you or heard from you in a while. Okay, San Diego. All kinds of people watching. Good deal. I wasn't sure how many people will be on here on Sunday. Smoky Mountain Outdoors. Hello from Washburn. Smoky Mountain Outdoors. Do you have a channel or you just you done a few videos on there? We love the Smoky Mountains. We get down there several times a year. I know, Tim. I'm busy too. I'm just giving you a hard time. ITC Attachments, how's it going? See the Ozarks, New York, all kinds of people on here. How much time do you spend keeping your tractors clean? A whole lot, to be honest. Not really. Actually, I just try to keep them out of the mud for the most part. I keep them out of the mud. That's how they look nice and clean, I guess. Same thing with the sawmill. I try to keep it clean as I can. New Zealand, Rooster, down in Georgia. Good deal. Always got people in New Zealand watching. That's awesome. A lot of people in New Zealand always interested in the sawmill stuff. Yeah, it was a little chilly today. It was in the 40s, so it's supposed to warm back up this week, though. Johnny, supposed to warm up a little. There's Brian. I know where he's at. There's Rich in South Dakota. Okay, UK. Good deal. A lot of people watching here. I've been trying to do these lives about once a week, but I never can coordinate the best time to do them. So I thought maybe tonight would be a decent time to catch everybody. But we got people that watch all over the world. It's kind of hard to grab everybody, I guess. Greenville, not too far. Hello, Richard. How's it going, buddy? I've been keeping up with your friend that's overseas there. Hope he's doing okay. New Mexico. Branson. Texas. Good deal. Hopefully in the future I can do these lives down at the new wood shop. So want to do them from the house anymore. It'd be nice to do them from down there. It'd be a whole lot better than doing them at the house. Alabama, UK. If I'm watching what's interesting, would appreciate it. If I miss your comment, I apologize. They kind of just dump them on here, and I can't see them all. Bonfire. Probably this week if they lift the fire restrictions. I was going to burn it Friday, but we had a lot of bad wind over the weekend. They wouldn't give burn permits. So I've been waiting for the weather to calm down. And let's see here. I missed a bunch of stuff. Like I said, guys, if I don't see your comment, then look over me. They kind of on my screen, YouTube will dump them on here like 20 at a time sometimes, and you just can't see them all. There's James. How's it going up there, James? Atlanta, Maryland. Most expensive log I've ever cut was probably that apple log I saw a few years ago that had about 200 nails in it. That was a very expensive log. That cost me almost a box of blades, but it was a customer lot, so he paid for it. That's probably the most expensive one. First super chat of the night comes from Barry. Hello, Barry. Barry, a good long-term supporter of the channel here, guys. He always throws in super chats. He supports me on other ways, and really appreciate it, Barry. Good to see you. And good to see you on time, Barry. I'm actually a few minutes early tonight. Let me see here. If you got some black stuff and you think it's mold, get you some water and put some bleach in it and spray it on there. And usually in a few hours it'll be gone. Try that. Okay, there's Wes and Rogersville, not too far away. So yeah, if you got some mold on your lumber, then bleach and a little bit of water, spray it on there, and that usually kills it, and you won't ever see it again. So try that, see what happens. And if it works, give me half the money you make from selling it, because I want a finder's fee there, and I'm just aggravating you. But try that out. Bleach and water. That usually does the trick on wood when it's got some mold on it. A lot of guys get mold on pine, especially in the summertime due to humidity. It's happened to me a lot of times. No, Bruno is 10. He will not be driving the tractor for a long time. One day, probably, hopefully, but not. It'll be a while. All right, there's Charles in Wisconsin. There's Gary. Good deal. 113 people watching. It's more than I thought would be watching. Hello from Berkshire. I need a proper structure for the tractors, so that's on the list of things to do. You always need more infrastructure. It never fails. Right now they are parked outside, but since they're cab tractors, it's not too bad. But I do want to get them inside sooner than later. Who plays the music in your videos? Gosh, I have no idea. I just picked the songs from this service I pay for. I have no idea who does the music. I really don't. I pay for that. And I just go through this service I have, and it's got like 10 million songs on there, and I just pick what I like and put on there. I don't know who sings it or anything. It doesn't even tell me that. So people ask all the time who the music's from the videos. I have no idea. I know I'm paying for it though. It's not free, but I have no idea. Let me see here. Carrot Creek. Hello, Jeremy. I got your message earlier, buddy. Hope you're doing okay up there. Any new tools coming this week? 3, actually. I got 3 coming next week. It's going to be a good week at the mill. 3 tools coming next week. Pole barn, yes. Yeah. Do you own a bicycle? No. My boy does. I don't own one. David from Hilton's. That's pretty country over there. I like that area. North Carolina. Let me see here. All kinds of people on here. But the new 16-inch jointer might be here tomorrow. I think it came into the freight yard yesterday. It got delayed a few days. So there's a possibility tomorrow I'll go pick up the new jointer. I don't know when I'll have time to set it up, though. I got to do the wiring for it and the dust collection for it. So there's a lot that goes into that as far as setting it up. But hopefully sooner than later. But other than that, I have 2 more tools coming next week that are going to be pretty neat, I think. All right, so I looked away from the screen. I missed all kind of helical head. It's a spiral. Excuse me. It's some kind of spiral quiet head. It's not really. It's spiral cutters, the little helical cutters. 16-inch capacity, but it's got some kind of, they call it like their silent mode or something. We'll take a look at it when it comes in. It's a little bit different from the cutter heads you see on like grizzly planers and stuff like that. It's not like a bird cutter head either. It's a little bit different. Let me see here. North Carolina, Woodstock, Georgia. Potato, no, but I'm getting ready to till up my garden. It's got to happen very soon. I got to get my tiller on one of the tractors and get the garden tilled up. I'm way behind on garden work. I'm behind on everything. I know it's a shocker, but way behind, way behind. All right, super chat from Chris Killinger, guys. That is the guy right there that makes the suspenders that you guys like. So go check out his channel if you want to there. He put a really good video up about axe sheets a few days ago. But appreciate the super chat there, Chris. You're awesome, man. I'll tell you what. I need to buy more of your axe handles. They're laying around everywhere. I think I got one here somewhere. And somewhere laying around here. There's my buddy Joe down in Georgia. Hello, Joe. I think I'll be seeing you in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's coming up soon. About 2 weeks. Let me see here. There's Ralph. Hard time finding logs? No, I've never had a hard time finding logs. I don't like what I pay for them sometimes. And they're pretty high right now. Walnut's really high, but I don't have a hard time finding them. Jack, good to see you there, buddy. I've not seen you on here in a while. Hope you and the wife are doing good up there. Hope you still run that 40 with a seat on it. Joe sent me an email because I don't know if I saved your number or not, because I was going to send you a picture the other day of that walnut log, but I ended up sending it to Joe Main instead. So send me a email, Joe, with your number, and I'll give you a call tomorrow. Uncle Joe with the late fee. Hello there, Joe. That's Uncle Joe, guys. That's Joseph Godwin. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel as well. How's it going, Joe? Hope you and the wife are doing good up there. Really appreciate that. That helps the channel grow, guys. I'll tell you what. It's not been a very profitable year to be on YouTube, put it that way. The usual ad rates are pretty darn low, I'll tell you that. So low that it almost doesn't make it really make sense to make videos all the time. I'm sure you are, Jack. See, I'd be an interesting Sawmill right there. Do I deer hunt? No. Can I? Yes. Have I in the past? Yes. I do not do it anymore, but I can. I have the grounds to do it at. I just don't have the time. Hello, Cincinnati. Do you play the keyboard behind you? Gosh, maybe half a dozen times a year, not very often. I've actually been playing the banjo a lot lately. I need to do some banjo music from one of the videos in the background, maybe. Cincinnati. I'll tell you what, I went to Cincinnati back in 1998, and it sure was a good trip. I was about 19 years old then. I'll tell you, I'll never forget that trip. Went to Cincinnati. Went up there to watch the Black Crowes in concert with my buddy Dave. He's no longer with us. It was a good concert. I can't think of the place we saw those at in Cincinnati. Maybe it'll come to me later. Live banjo show. Maybe one day. Yeah. Bogarts or something was the name of that place in Cincinnati. Can't remember the name of it. It's probably not even there anymore. Keyboard needs new strings. No, but I'd have to turn my back to you guys. Nobody wants to see my back. Okay, let me see here. There's our buddy Hank with the net super chat coming from Hamiltonville Farm there, guys. My buddy down in Florida. Go check his channel out also if you have time. He has a fascination with batteries and crescent wrenches, and you'll know what I mean when you go look at his videos. Bogart. Okay, Bogarts. That is, man, I can't believe it. It's still there. Wow. Man. Can't believe Bogarts is still there. That's man, that was a long time ago right there. Bogarts. Man, brings back a lot of memories. Let me see here. Hello, Tommy. There's the Quick Attach there for Bruno. Appreciate that. That's a puzzle piece there. You're awesome, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll let Bruno know about that. Thank you guys very much. Constant sorrow. Robert, I've been meaning to yell at you, Robert. That piece of equipment we talked about, Robert, in the past will be here Wednesday. So I'll be talking to you very soon about that. I'm not let the cat out of the bag yet, but it will be here this week, so we need to talk there, Robert. Good to see you there. I hope you're doing well. I saw a show at Bogart's in the 70s. Man, I went there in 1998. It was the Black Crows. And man, it was general admission, but we was right up front. And what a show. I tell you what, man, what a show. Mm-mm. Joe, I have not. Electric Mill, I have not. Sure haven't. Been watching Mark DeLacy. Yeah, Mark is awesome. I love Mark's videos. I love his circle meal. I'd love to one day have a circle meal. I may buy one day. You never know. But circle meal, just something about them. I guess it's the old timey feature too. There's something about a circle meal to me that's kind of magical. It may sound weird, but there's something about that big blade. I don't know what it is, but I would love to have an old circle meal that runs. Would love to have one. Let me see here. Woodworking videos, yes, lots of those. I got a lot of tables to build, man. Yeah, let me see. Black spruce. Yeah, greetings from Oregon. Got to that barn? No, but that's coming up very soon. Hank, you're right about the kerf marks are awesome. The circle saw kerf marks, they're nice. I love them. Really nice. Chris, I can't pronounce that last name, Jack. I'm going to copy and paste it though, because if I don't, I will forget about it by the time I get off here tonight. So I will check that guy out, buddy. Oh, okay. I know. I will check him out, Jack. It looks like somebody I'd like. You get less waste with the band meal, but you get faster production with the circle meal. So there is trade offs. But I don't know. There's something about those old circle meals, man. I'm telling you, there's just something about those. Hello, Jeff. Not too far up the road. I will, Jack. I'll send you a message on the old Facebook there. I'll check him out. I'm always looking for those old school guys like that. I've never heard of that guy. The cowboy hat. I will check him out as soon as we get done here tonight. Real music. Hard to find real country music anymore. All right, so I'm on a roll here. We're doing pretty good tonight. How long have we been on here for? 18 minutes. Not too bad. Dawn up in Virginia. Let me see here. Not a woodworker. Can you explain why a jointer? So a jointer, so if you send wood through a planer, you must first flatten one face, or else it's not going to be flat. It's going to plane it, but it's not going to be flat. So if you take a board that has a bow, or it's twisted, or some kind of thickness error, anything that's rough sawn is not flat after it dries. Before you run it through a planer, you must run it over a jointer to flatten one face. That way, that flattened face is on the bottom of your planer. That way, it references from that, so you get a consistent thickness. So you must run everything over a jointer before you run it through a thickness planer in order to get perfectly flat boards. 99% of the time. You may get lucky and grab a board that's not too bad and skip plane it, be okay, but a jointer is what you need to flatten on the first go round. And 16 inches is a good width. I'm really happy with the width we got coming there this week, because those things are just, the wider the better. It's hard to find a good wide jointer and not spend a lot of money. All right, got a lot of Chris fans, it looks like. I would try to pronounce his name, but it would be, I would butcher it to death. I'll have to check him out later. Looks like everybody knows that guy. I never heard of him. But that's no shocker to me. I don't get out much, so. Shoo. Ledoux. There you go, Hank. Chris Ledoux. If I was going to pronounce it, that's how I was going to say it, Ledoux. Probably not. I've probably been way off. Ledoux. Everybody's helping me out there. Super Cat. Super Cat. I'm thinking about my cats now. My goodness. Super chat from Charles Jackson. Thank you very much there, Charles. Biggest super chat. The second largest super chat of the night. Appreciate it there, buddy. Super cat. I call that a super cat. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know where I get these things from. All right, so my screen is frozen again. I must refresh it again because YouTube will not keep me. Tommy, it's lagging on my end as well. I'm not sure here. Any more I do these live videos, it seems like they don't work very good at all on the chat stream. I can't keep up with people. Super cats. Yeah, we have 5 cats that we claim that are actually ours that we have named and feed. We got 2 that are kind of strays between us and the neighbors. So about 7, but any day any day of the week you could have somebody else show up that you've never seen before. So we got 5 cats total. There's usually a guy on here that asked me, Hatbury I have not. He always asks me to show the tool that me and Jason Knight made. Is he here tonight? He asks me every time we do a live if I have that tool with me. So if you're here, let me know. There's our buddy freaking Jeep there. How many blades? I went through 4 blades that I took the log and I threw it in the field. It's still laying over there. So I went through 4 blades on that. It was a very aggravating day with that right there, I'll tell you what. Speaking of blades, guys, there's Joe Main down in South Georgia. There's the guy that I get my blades from. How's it going there, Joe? Good to see you. You see here. Gary, I'll yell at you there, friend. Let me see. Let me see. Jack, my newest book is Don't Move. It's right here. I read all the time as well. So right now, Jack, I feel like a librarian. Right now, class, I'm reading The Handcrafted Life of Dick Pernicki. Now, I've got all his old journal books from the past, and Dick Pernicki, if you're not familiar with this guy, you've been living under a rock, I guess. Look him up on YouTube or Google, and you'll thank me later. But Lost Art Press got together with 2 or 3 authors, and they did a redo on a lot of his stuff. And man, this book is awesome. It's expensive. It was about $55, I think. But Lost Art Press makes really good books. Their materials ridiculous, but it's pretty neat though, Jack, because the people who wrote this book actually lived at Twin Lakes at Dick's cabin and took care of it there. That's Dick Pernicki's cabin right there. Huge fan of this guy. And something that's really interesting is it shows all his hand tools, and it shows an axe that he used. I think he used a lot of different axes, but it shows one axe that he used, And when I got this book several months ago, I saw that picture of the axe and I thought, what if there's any out there? So I got on eBay and I found the exact model, serial number, and everything axe that he used on eBay for like $30. It's a Gamble's Artisan Cruiser axe, and I bought it right then. It's here. I need to send it to Killinger for a sheath, but that's what I'm reading right now, and I've missed everybody's chat while I was showing you guys that. All right, let me see here. Quick read, Killinger, like you've read the whole thing, Chris. Yeah, listen to you. Let me see here. Fried bologna is the way is the warms is the way. Yeah. Hello, Jim. Freaking Jeep. Those silver tips, I will resharpen those and reset them. They'll be fine. It's just it was aggravating because all four of them was the first cut with all four of them. Man, it made for a long day right there. See you, Hank. Yeah, Jack. It's on Lost Art Press's website. It's pretty good so far. Killinger should give us a review since he's read it though. I bet money he's not got through a third of it by now, but I may be wrong. You might be pulling her leg right there. Any plan on getting that timber frame closed in? Yeah, I explained that in the last video. We're closing it in right now that I'm building doors for it. And something else, guys, I'm here all the time. I rarely go anywhere, ever. I stay here all the time. So as far as things being secure, there's not really a huge threat of that because I have cameras and I'm always here. But I know what you mean. Pernicki was the guy in Alaska. He was the guy in Alaska. He was the man. Tell you what. Let me ask once again: is the guy watching tonight that always asks me about the Jason Knight tool that we forged? If you're here, let me know. MI Brains, how's it going? Michigan Brains, I guess. All right. See you, Jack. I'll let you know about that artist there. I'll check him out later. Let me see here. I don't think he's here tonight. So there's a guy. So Jason Knight, the famous blacksmith, who his shop is like, I don't know, 5 miles down the road. And yes, she does. Me and him made a Bart Spud about 2 years ago. I think it's been a while. Yeah, it was 2 years. 2 years ago, actually. There's a guy on these live chats. He's been asking me ever since then to see the finished tool, and I have it with me here tonight, and he's not here. Maybe he'll watch this later. I don't know. I'll try to show it in the video because Curtis Buchanan, the Windsor chair maker in Jonesboro, actually made me a handle to go on this. But anyways, right here it is. Here we go. Let's see. It's the bevel right there on the top. So this is a Bart Spud that was 99.9, 100% made, I guess, by Jason Knight. He let me hold it a few times within the power hammer, but I didn't know what I was doing, so he did most of it. So he forged this out for us about 2 years ago. And right there's the socket for the handle. And I have a handle made out of ash to put in here. But I tell you what, guys, here's my dilemma. So Jason, world famous blacksmith, man, maybe the best knife maker in the world, you know. So he'd never made anything like this before, and he probably never will. He had to research it for a while and kind of get the design down, the curve. All it is just a chisel with the curve to it, pretty much. But I don't think I'll ever use it, to be honest with you, because it'll probably be worth something one day to somebody. You know, it's kind of like one of these things where you'll see American pictures in 50 years and they'll find an old tool and say, like, it was a Jason Knight Bart spud, the only one ever made. You know, it's got his maker's mark right there on it and stuff. I mean, I don't know. You can buy a Bart spud for $100 on Amazon. I doubt I'll ever use this. But anyways, if that guy's watching, that there it is, and that thing is nice. I tell you what, it's never ever been put to wood, and probably never will be. I think I'll put a handle on it and hang it up in the new shop. I think that's what I'll do. I don't think I'll ever use it. Sure is nice. So a leather sheath would be nice there, Killinger. See that, Killinger? We need a sheath for that. But anyways, oil it up. It's oiled up. That's why there's no rust on it. It's been in the house for 2 years, stored with oil on it, or else it'd have rust all over it. But yeah, that's the tool right there. That's a nice tool. I mean, it's hard to use something like that. It's priceless to me. It means a lot to me. He made that for me. I don't think I'll ever use it. All right, so let me see. I think I'm caught up here. The chats have stopped unless my computer's froze. Who knows? 172 people watching. Craig, that is debatable because Killinger just looked at the pictures. You're exactly right, Barry. That's what most people will do, just look at the pictures. Cedar is Killinger. I may send that to you, man. I'll hire you to make me a sheath for that. I think it'd look nice. Cedar. A lot of people just air dry cedar and then they use it. A lot of people don't kiln dry it. It's really debatable on that. It's pretty stable. The moisture content is pretty low when you saw it up. Have him make another one. If he made me anything else, I'd probably have him make me a timber framing chisel. I need to holler at him though. He's gonna do some stuff with my old saw blades. I need to go over there and see him. He's just down the road. Picture's worth 1,000 words. What's the furthest you would travel for logs? The furthest I have ever went is probably about 45 minutes. That's the furthest I've ever went. Do I resharpen my blades? Yes, I have the Woodmiser bandsaw sharpener. How many do I keep on hand? I have no idea. Well, in rotation, I don't know. I'm not sure how many blades I have, to be honest with you. Cordwood building, I sure have. Smoky Mountain Outdoors, appreciate it. I have seen a cordwood building. I saw one over in North Carolina. That would take forever to build. RV capital of the world. And somewhere, let me see here. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, I used to sell a lot of cedar to a guy down in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and he made these little cedar boxes and sold them in Gatlinburg. He would buy the cedar boards from me. He would let them air dry for a couple of weeks. Then he would make these little jewelry boxes and stuff, and never had a problem. Never had a problem with them. Where we at here? I missed a bunch of people. If I missed you coming in, there's Lumber Jill. There's Ron. There's Grunt. So this week we have a lot going on. I just will switch gears here. The new jointer may be here tomorrow. I have to go get it because the freight company can't get down my road because it's a dead end. Hello there, Travis. How's it going? The rest of that log had the nails in it. It was laying out in the hayfield. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I got tired of messing with it. Maybe it made me mad. Uh, so with the new machine, I have three new tools coming this week. The jointers want to be here first. I got that going on. I got to hang a bunch of metal on the timber frame. I got to run some more electrical down there and saw up a bunch of pine. And I was debating on even videoing that because it's just plain old pine. But if you guys would like to see some pine getting sawed up into 1x8s, let me know, and I will. But let me see here. I want to see that big old jointer. Yeah, me too. It's a 16-inch wide hammer felder. Be here tomorrow, hopefully. I'm grilling ribeyes. Don't ask the price. We bought some ribeyes a few weeks ago. I know what you're paying. It's getting kind of high. Getting kind of high to eat anymore. That piece of metal, I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, it's a planer jointer combo. I got it for the jointer, because I got a 20-inch Risley, plus I had the molder, but I got it for the jointing capacity. Scooter, are you the guy that always asks to see this tool? I think this is the guy I was talking about. That always asks to see this tool. Scooter, if you can either rewind this live about 5 minutes because I showed it to everybody, I'll show it again. So here we go. Scooter always asked about this tool right there. Scooter, the Bart Spud made by Jason Knight. He always asked me about this tool, and it's so funny. I just got through showing this tool to everybody, and you wasn't here, but you're here now. So I did think about you today, and I grabbed it to show here. So right there is the front. There's the bevel, nice and shiny. Has never been used. Got the socket right there on the back. Pretty heavy too. Really nice tool. So Scooter, long time coming there, pal, but you got to see it right there. I'll do this in a video here pretty soon. We'll put a handle on this. I've got a nice ash handle to put on it. I'm glad you're here to see it. Because you've been asking every time. I think you're going to be with us tonight. Hoping for a handle. I tell you what, you can't make people happy hoping for a handle. I got a handle made. It's I'm not sure where it's at. It's made out of ash, and we'll be putting that on there. I'll do that in a video. No, I don't sell my sawdust. I burn it. That is a wall hanger. You're exactly right. Let me see here. Brian, that's an old nail puller, and there's a link down in my video. You can get them on Amazon. I don't know what the name of it is. I think it's just called a nail puller. But they do still make them. It works really good. It drives in there and pulls out the nails like nobody's business. It's never failed on me. It does a good job. But you can get those on Amazon. Hello, James. Curly maple? No, we don't get a lot of curly maple up here. I wish we did, but we don't see much of it. 38 minutes. Randy in Ohio. James, let me see here. They're popping up on both screens now. Whew, phew. Get sleepy. Paul Bunyan show this year. Maybe. Maybe. Crescent 19 nail puller. There we go. Yeah, ash is dying down here everywhere. Mahogany, no. Freaking Jeep, I may do the Paul Bunyan. I don't know. That was exhausting last year. I'll tell you what, it was really busy up there last year. I don't know if I'll do it or not. The piece of metal, I do not. I showed it to my dad and a few other people, and I'm not sure what that is. And it's in the trash can. I'll tell you what it was. It was a money. It was a blade killer for sure. It almost looked like an old crescent, like an old wrench or something. It was really odd. I'm not sure what it was. Man, that thing got so many nails in it. Every time I took a cut, I hit nails. It was a very aggravating law. What am I setting up? I was reading the book. That's funny. Beard care products, I do not. Why would you ask that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I do not. I used to in the past, but I didn't really notice a difference at all. So, laws of faith. Surface bid slabs. I have friends who have CNC flattening machines. If I need one flattened, I take it to them. I don't have any way of flattening those large slabs. It's a lot easier just to hire them to do it, and I don't have to fool with it or maintain more equipment. There's two guys just down the road from me who both have CNC machines, and they can flatten a slab within a few minutes. Maybe one day I'll get one of those slab flatteners, but gosh, I got so much going on right now. I don't think I can't even think about stuff like that. Carbide saw blades, I have not. Man, they're expensive too. I've never tried them, probably never will, but they are expensive. I've been using Woodmiser blades since the start. I've really never had a complaint out of them. They've always worked well for me. They will rot, become more. You're probably talking about ash. Yeah, they will. The longer they stand, the worse they get. How long are we going here for? 42 minutes. All right, so refresh this screen again. All right, let me refresh. Okay, it's refreshed. Okay, here we go. Oh, new super chat there. Tom Rossi, recent subscriber. Really enjoy your videos. $50, man. He is the highest super chatter for the day. Thank you there, Tom. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that, Tom. Man, that's awesome right there. That's the highest one of the night. Man, you guys are awesome. Recent subscriber. Well, thank you very much, sir, Tom. If I never help you, let me know. Let me see here. Richard, I'm always up for that, buddy. Let me see here. Freaking Jeep. No reason. I had an 8-quarter piece of ash laying around. That's the only reason I grabbed it. I really didn't have a preference, to be honest with you. Don't forget to ignore the Oscars tonight. What's the Oscars? Oh, that award show. I don't even have cable. You don't have to worry about that. I quit watching that crap years ago. Jeff, I'll tell you right now how much I use my edger. Zero. I'm not put it together yet. It's still on the pallet. I need to get that thing hooked up. Need to get the edger up and running. That's another adventure I need to take care of sooner than later. I wish now I'd have bought the edger with the electric motor, though. It has a gas engine. That's my dilemma, is setting it up somewhere where the fumes won't bother me. If I had an electric motor, I'd already have it in the new shop and have it up and running, but that's the way it is. All right, so baseball bats from Ash. I think they do. Hello from Baltimore. Dad is doing well, Mark. Thank you. He'll be here on probably Tuesday helping me hang some more metal. Tuesday or Wednesday. Maple bats. Now that's interesting because eventually they're gonna run out of ash, and I think so. I think ash in 20 or 30 years may be a thing of the past. Love the new tractor. I love that new tractor. It is extremely powerful. Real people are watching me. But the ash trees they're gonna be gone. I think eventually. David in Central Florida. Hello, David. Let me see here. Blue ash, we do not. I went back and saw the tool reveal. Yeah, I told you. I did that tonight for you there, Scooter. Right now, he's helping me put the siding on. I noticed that you pre-drilled your steel panels. It's not necessary, but it keeps them perfectly in line if you mark them with a piece of chalk. And I'm just weird like it. I like to have all my stuff like perfect alignment. And it upset some people. They fussed at me for pre-drilling the holes. I guess they got mad because I done something at my property. They didn't like what I was doing, but I like my holes to line up on my metal, and it's easier to install your fasteners. You're not kind of bearing down on the metal when you start off, and sometimes slipping. That's why I done that. It works pretty good. That's a good question, Brian, and I'm not sure how to answer that. Maximize the lumber that's growing on your land. Probably, if you're looking at if you're talking about forestry and growth of trees, probably talk to your local forester that works for the state and get a forestry plan from them on how to maximize your yield and replant for future growth. That's just my suggestion. That's just the first thing I can think of right there. Because a state forester, usually that's a free service. They'll come out and help you there. That's what your tax money pays for. And everybody has one in the States. Everybody has one. Or if you want to spend some money and get a more in depth look at it, you can actually hire a forester to do a plan for you as well. You have to pay them, but they may have a better uh, plan for you because they can donate more time to you because they're working for you primarily. Whereas a forester from the state, he may spend 2 hours with you and then he's done because he's got to go on to the next job or something. All right, another super chat, guys. Smoky Mountain Outdoors, first super chat ever. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. We're down the Smoky Mountains all the time. We was down there a few weeks ago. Appreciate the super chat there, friends. You guys are awesome tonight. A lot of people throwing those out there. Those help out the channel, guys. I'll tell you what, these videos are not cheap to make, and they're not extremely profitable either, contrary to people's beliefs. Over screws. Let me see here. There's Roy in Tennessee. Good deal. Don Christ, or Christ, I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. The number 15 comes to mind. 15 years. or somebody else, John, talking about the Maryland forestry program. Good deal. So yeah, reach out to them. At least give you an idea of maybe what you need to do. I need a haircut. I'm going Tuesday to get this cut. I look like a hippie. My goodness. We're kind of looking for a used Woodmiser sawmill. Good luck with that. I tell you, there's used ones that go up for sale, but they usually sell within about 30 minutes online. I don't know where you would find one at. They are definitely hard to come by nowadays. If you do find a used sawmill or Woodmiser for sale, the guy who's selling it is going to ask probably 5 to 10 grand more than it would cost new. They're really price gouging those things. Which hair? The hair on my head, John. Look at this. I ain't touching the beard. What are you doing that? Arkansas has a good deal. Arkansas is a forestry service there. But yeah, used sawmills are hard to find, and people are paying a lot more than retail. You know, so an LT35 is maybe 22,000 new, maybe 24, and there's people selling them that are 2 years old for 34,000. There's Dale down in Oregon. Richard in Pennsylvania. Sawmill Exchange may have some, but it'd be hard to find one. It would. I mean, these little Facebook groups, Woodmisers go up, go on there sometimes weekly for sale. There's like a bidding war instantly. They're gone. Woodmiser's 45 weeks out. That's better than it was. They was well over a year out. I know I waited a long time for the LT70. Where you up to now? 52 minutes, almost an hour. I'll do about an hour on here. 183 people watching. Man. I'm totally behind it here. I refreshed it. There we go. All right, so upgrade to the guides and tensioner on 85. Man, these Woodmisers, they last forever. I've seen guys that rebuild the engines, rebuild the guides, rebuild the hydraulics. And it's kind of like as long as you got a frame that's still straight and not rusted through because it's being left outside forever, you can pretty much just keep on using those things forever, just replacing parts as needed. Hello, Johnny. A new chainsaw? I did not. The chainsaw on the thumbnail is my MS 880 steel. I got me a new bar for that chainsaw. It's a 3-foot bar. That chainsaw weighs a ton. Man, it's heavy. There's Jeff. He's down near my friend Corey. I need to call Corey. I've not talked to Corey in about a month. All right, there's Ian running to Norwood. Hello, Johnny from Charlotte. My buddy JJ. Oh, JJ. Oh, how's it going, man? I ain't talked to you in a long time. Hope you're doing okay down there. Get ready to be hay season here next few months. I guess you're gearing up for a busy farming season, I'm sure. The old barn, yes. Joseph down in North Alabama. Good deal. See here. Christine, super late fee. Thanks for all the videos you make. They're great. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll tell you what, they are a lot of work. Somebody asked me the other day how long it takes me to edit one of these videos, and usually minimum of 3 hours, at least 3 hours. Sometimes 4, depends on how many clips I have. usually 3 to 4 hours to edit these things. Because I do all the videoing, everything is done right here. There's nobody really helps in all this. Philadelphia, there's David down in South Jersey, David Paul. Brian, that measuring tape holster is ridiculous. I find myself wearing it even when I'm not working or something. It's just nice to have it on and always be able to measure something. Make sure you take the clip off your measuring tape and it will fit in there perfectly. I fly the drones. I move around the 4 cameras. I do the editing, the music, everything. Everything comes from here. You see here. Well, thanks, John. It is you know as good as I do. It's a ton of work. Ton of work. You see, we've gone on for 55 minutes. Excuse me, I'm getting sleepy. I'll tell you what. Time for some coffee or bed, one of the two. Mavic Air Pro. I got it up here somewhere. A DJI Mavic Air. A single column mill. I like the single column myself. That's what I've always had. Fuel prices, no. I just don't go anywhere, which is kind of nice because I don't like being around people. So we stay home. YouTube channels, I follow several, but there's only a few that I watch. Here lately, I've not watched very many at all. I'm kind of behind. Hello, Dylan. I heard you ran back up north. I told you about that. Let me see here. Well, thank you. It's a ton of work. Yeah, that's the original Pals downtown. That's a lot of people like me showing that the other day. Some maple. Yeah, Dylan, you'll be back up before you know it and driving that nice brand new tractor around. It's a good looking tractor there. Good taste there, friend. I like that machine. You see here, somebody in Massachusetts talking about some maple. There's Karen, there's Decal. What changes would I make to my wood miser if I could? I would not change anything. Let me think for a minute. Okay, if I could change anything about the LT70 sawmill, I would. There's one thing I would change. I would like to have a fuel gauge on the controls where you can see how much fuel you have. It doesn't have that. That's the only thing I would change about that sawmill is have a fuel gauge on your controls. And none of the wood misers have that on the controls. That would be nice. That's the only thing I would. It's the only thing you would change about the 70 because that sawmill is just a hoss. It has everything you'd want. It has a laser, debarker, set works, has just about everything you'd want. But a fuel gauge would be nice to look down and be like, all right, I'm half a tank here. You keep a watch on it. That would be nice. But none of the wood misers have a fuel gauge on them. I don't think any of the hydraulic sawmills that I've ever seen have a fuel gauge. I could be wrong. All right, guys, looky there. My goodness. Greg Bennett with the biggest super chat of the day. $100. Man alive, I tell you what. That's awesome. Thank you very much there, Greg. I tell you what, I do these little live videos and it's nice to get compensated for your time asking all these questions and trying to help people out, and something like that makes it worth it there, Greg. I really appreciate that. Man, that's awesome. If I can ever help you, Greg, you let me know. Man, that's awesome. Really appreciate that. That's awesome right there. That's the highest super chat of the night right there from Greg Bennett. Tell you what, you people are awesome. Tell you that. You're right. Applause to grade. You're right about that. That's awesome. But anyways, Greg, if I never helped you, you email me and remind me about this, and it won't take much reminding. I'll remember your name. You just let me know. Let me see here. Let me see here. There's Road Warrior, not too far away. Uh, where am I at here? Yeah, the fuel gauge. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but that would be the only. Every Woodmiser I've ever had, I've had the 28, 35, 40, and 70. I've had four, and none of them had a fuel gauge, and that would be a nice feature to have. Maybe one day we will see that on the Woodmisers. I don't think any of the other sawmills have them either. You might be able to add that. I don't know. Need to look into that one day. That would be nice to have to see your fuel level. And I can get over that, Mr. Greg there at the big super chat. That's awesome. Yeah, Dylan, if you have success, let me know. You can come help me put it on mine because that right there would be something neat. I'm sure it could be done. Just got to get the right. Now my computer's freezing up. Get the right gauge to put on there and wire it up just right, I guess. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to make it happen. You never know. All right, guys. So we just hit 1 hour on here, and the questions are still coming in. So we can keep going. If you guys want to keep going, you let me know. I don't want to keep you all on here all night. So you're welcome there, Chris. I got more hickory coming, but it's going to be put into firewood, I think. It's already split everywhere down the middle. You can get some more hickory. Let me see here. I'm caught up on those. Us Frick guys just use a stick. That's funny. Did you decide what chainsaw to buy? I wouldn't. Did I miss something here? What chainsaw? I may have missed something here. Let's do 3 more hours. I don't know about that. Let me see here. Think about the Husqvarna Rancher. I've never ran a. I've ran a Husqvarna, but it was a cheap one you get from Lowe's, and it's been years ago, and I didn't like it. But I've never ran like a real Husqvarna, like a professional model, so I'm not sure about that. All I run is a steel. That's all I have here. A 500i. I've been waiting for one of those to land here for sale. But the steel dealer here, we have several. The one that has one, he upped the price on it like $400. It's ridiculous. And I'm waiting on one of those. I would spend a few more bucks and buy a 5. I need to get me a commercial Husqvarna chainsaw. I don't have any. All I got Steels. 462. My Steel 461 is my best saw I've ever had. Those are awesome. I wouldn't mind trying a Husqvarna, one of the XPs right there. I've never tried one. So, Jesse, if you want to send yours over, we'll try it out. And if I like it, I may keep it. But I wouldn't mind trying one out sometimes. So we have a lot of steel dealers here. That's kind of the reason I went with steel for parts and maintenance on them. But one thing about steel chainsaws I found, you don't have to work on them very much either. They kind of take care of themselves as long as you are good to them. You're getting shaggy. Now, Tommy, that ain't no way to be right there. Getting shaggy. I do need a haircut. You're right. Just picked up new Husqvarna 592 last week. Sorry about the man on the walnut. Was the blade totaled? Which blade? I went through about 5 of them, but I'll resharpen them. They should be okay. Man, y'all get me to think about these Husqvarnas, and everybody's talking about Husqvarna. Richard, Mike Morgan might give you a steal. Shoot. I doubt he would. He treasures those things. But you never know. You never know. I got a lot of steals. Let me see. Got one, two. I got four steals. Yeah, four. But the 880 is ready to go. It's got a 3 foot bar on it. I think I'll be using that sometime this week. A Dolmar, yeah, don't have any of those around here. I'd rather get something I can get serviced if I can. But I don't know if I'll get a Husqvarna either. I don't know. I might try out that 500i, but I'm not going to overpay for it. If you could choose, what wood type would you cut that pays the best? Black walnut. Richard, I would love to. That's got all these things I want to do. It's just time. I tell you, time. Yeah, you're right about the comparison there. I'm just used to these steels. That's what I've always had. But I would try Husqvarna. Chris, Black Walnut. Dylan's got his lineup right there. He sold his 880. I got my 880 just because I wanted the biggest one they made. Chainsaw milling, I'm not interested in either. I don't care to rip a log down the middle to split it, but I'm not into doing the chainsaw milling. Tri City mower and saw. Yeah, there's one or two places in Johnson City that has some Husqvarna stuff. That would be interesting. I may buy one day and try one out. I was talking to let me see here. Where are we at now? But yeah, the Husqvarna. I was talking to old Buck and Billy Ray there about a week ago on the phone, and he was asking me what I use. Of course, I told him Steels, and he had mentioned the Husqvarna as well. He's a big fan of those and those old saws. That LT40, Dylan, was set up to be perfect. You should have kept that thing, man. That LT40 that I sold you was. If I had another building, I probably would have kept it and just had that in the 70 both. I love that mill. That was a very good mill. First sawmill was a Woodmiser LT28. Hello, all right there, lumber. We'll see you later. You have a good week too. Shadbark hickory hard to saw. Just about like any other hickories or like pecan. All right, how long are we going? Is it 9 o'clock? It's almost 9 o'clock. Man, I've been on here for a long time. Hello from Alabama. Hello there, Mr. Dixon, Alabama. Man. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it quits here. It's almost time to put Bruno in the bed. It's almost 9 o'clock. So, all right. All right. Before I'm going to saw it tomorrow. Do y'all want me to video sawing up pine 1x8s? I know it's more pine, but I don't know if you guys will see it or not. Insulating the roof above the machine side of the timber frame? Yes. Eventually, I'm insulating the whole building. But yeah, Tommy, that's the plan right there. Insulate everything. Yes, okay. One person, two people says yes. Good deal. All right, I don't want to bore you guys to death with just a bunch of pine and stuff like that. So, Joe Main, see you soon there, pal. I'll give you a call there maybe in about a week or so. Okay. So, All right. So this is a good deal here. Richard, yell at me next time you're down here. We'll go over the hill a few miles. And I actually have two pieces of equipment. I wouldn't mind getting you to sight in for me as well. One of them, I actually got a laser for one of them. It's a laser sight. I might put that on there and let you sight it in for me. You do a better job of it than I could. Next Friday. Next Friday. Man, I'm out actually. The next 2 Fridays, I'm out of town, Richard. This coming Friday, I'm in North Carolina. And the Friday after that, I'll be in Georgia for a few days. So I'm going to have to catch you the next time you're down. Let me see here. GM. All right, guys. Thanks for the super chats tonight. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys hopefully here in a few days. North Carolina, what area? Raleigh. A little family trip we're going on down to Raleigh. Down to Raleigh. So, all right. All right, you guys have a good night. And Dylan, don't break another leg if you can help it there, buddy. We'll see you guys soon.